Peace, guys. Welcome back to ZENSFXHUB, where macro and markets is simplified. In this video, I'm going to share the current trades that I'm in, why I got in for those trades, and what I see moving forward. But before I show you the charts, every single trade that I'm in right now, I called out for free in my Telegram. I'm up on one of my trading accounts almost $3,000. In my other trading account, I'm up almost 1,000. Okay, so if you want to make some money, join the free Telegram. The link is in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. So when it comes to gold, right? The reason why I'm in gold right now, not even right now, but just overall, I'm bullish on gold because number one, there's so much global uncertainty that is going on in the markets that is pushing the price of gold higher. But in recent times, we have Trump versus Iran right now, and they cannot seem to come to an agreement, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it because I literally put a video out breaking everything down. But just to give you guys a little context, Trump is pretty much telling Iran, stop enriching your uranium at high levels. And Iran is saying, all right, the only way we will comply with that is if you give us sanctions relief. So they're trying to come to a middle ground and they're trying to come to a deal. But if a deal is not made, Trump and both Iran are ready to get physical, okay? So again, global uncertainty. We don't know if a deal is going to be made. They're going to talk next week. They talk this week. They're going to have another talk next week. So that would determine exactly what's going to happen with the markets. But until then, we don't know, okay? So when it comes to gold from a technical standpoint, right? Again, we had the big correction to the downside. Then it started to like move sideways, but it started to move sideways to the upward direction. Okay. So my first trade that I got was literally, once the market came up and then it pulled back into this area right here where this level is, I decided to enter, which is around 5,000 an ounce. Okay. So I entered twice at this level. So I have two trades open here. Now, right, when it came to my third trade, which was a scalping trade. No. My first scalping trade, which was last week, Friday, when the market decided to push up and it came back down and gave me a small little pullback, I entered, right? And if we go ahead and look on the 4 hour time frame, let me just circle this real quick so you guys can see, right? If I go ahead and pull up the 4 hour time frame, do you see how beautiful it literally went up and it came back down? It came down and like create, like, in my opinion, a higher low, right? So boom, that was my second scaling trade. Then today, before market closed, this on today's Friday, I decided to scale in again. Why? Because I loved how the daily candle was looking. I knew that the daily candle was gonna close super, super bullish, but what really made me enter is the 4 hour, right? So if you don't notice by now, I trade super simple. I trade a break of structure, a retest to that structure. I trade if I'm getting it for sales, I look for lower highs. If I'm getting it for buys, I'm looking for higher lows. And then I look for accumulation zones where price is bouncing between two levels before the continuation. So you can see right here on the 4 hour time frame, we have a beautiful accumulation zone with buy orders is being accumulated before the move to the upside. So this was the reason why I scaled in a second time on gold. Okay, so I right now have 4 trades open, 2 here, 1 here, and one that I opened today. Now, like I said, what I'm seeing next. What I would like to see next is I would like to get a close above this 5,400 level. If we get a nice close above and then some type of pullback into that zone and then a continuation, then I'll be looking to buy there. But if we don't get that and I drop down to, let's say, a 4 hour time frame and I see the market is presenting another lower high, so let's go ahead and drop to the 4 hour time frame. If I see the market pushes up and it comes down like this and then it starts to push up again, I'm gonna enter here, right? So I would look for a higher low on a 4 hour time frame, or I would look for a break of structure and a retest on the daily time frame. Okay, so that's what that's another buying opportunity for me on gold. Now moving forward with silver. Okay, silver is the same fundamental reasons why I got in for gold is the same why I got in for silver, just a little bit different. Silver is a little bit more VIP, I guess you can say, right? Because there's a lot of it's a lot of demand for silver, but it's not a lot of supply of it. So this is why I feel like silver is going to continue to go up in value. Okay. So now when it comes to the technical reasons, right? Silver just looks amazing. If I had to choose between gold and silver, I'm trading silver every day, any day. Okay, silver is my favorite metal. So when we got the pullback on silver, I knew that we was gonna continue to go up. I just didn't know when. So I started to buy it around these levels, and I was getting stopped out. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me sitting here trying to force a trade, I'm gonna wait for the market to come to me. Okay, so what really was worrying me about silver was the fact that, you know, we came back down, we corrected, we came up, and then we made this lower high, and then we shot down. Okay, so I'm like, damn, we made a lower high here. When the market started to push up and then push down, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this is a second lower high, and it might come down and maybe drop to $52 an ounce. But it did not do that. Started to consolidate and accumulate around this support level, which it did over here. So I was like, you know what? Let me just wait. Where's a zone that I need silver to break before I enter? Okay, so this is what I asked myself. And I said it has to be around $88 an ounce. So I literally had a line here. I didn't have a line, I had an alert set. And I said, once my alert get hit, I'm getting in. And that's exactly what happened. And just to give you guys some context on my Telegram so that you guys can see that this is not a joke. Like, I'm really serious, like, about it, right? Like, so look, peep game. If I go all the way down to where is it? Possible buy on silver. Entry 88,687. What did I say? Around $88 an ounce. I was looking for an entry. So I literally said, once the market, you know, pushes back above that, around that zone that I was looking at, I'm going to enter. And then I said I will be looking to add a second trade once we get above 93,800, and we're currently at 93,788. So that takes us moving forward. What am I seeing moving forward for silver? Because right now I only have one trade open. So again, I'm looking to enter around 93,800. So I want a nice break above this level right here of resistance that was once support, this is a nice beautiful key level for me. Why? Because this was the last higher low that made this high, right? So this is why I had this zone marked up. Now we get a break above there and then some type of pullback into the zone. I am buying immediately $100 lot size. I'm just kidding. But so yeah, I would like to enter here. But if that doesn't happen, then again, I would drop down to the 4-hour time frame and I'll just see what it wants to do, right? If it wants to come up, and then I think we can get a higher low here at around this level that I want, and then continue up. So yes, that's what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for a break and a pullback to that level. But if it doesn't, if it decides to keep shooting up, I'm just going to look for a higher low or some accumulation zones to enter on. So that's what I'm looking at for silver. Now, when it comes to UJ, so I've been holding this trade, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks now. I told myself once the market get down to 152, I'm going to take partial profits and let the rest of the trade run. And that's exactly what I did. I took some profit from around here and just let the rest of the trade run. I still have faith that UJ is going to come down to like this 146 level. Now, as you can see, we pushed up. In my Telegram, I mentioned that I was looking to enter 2 ways, right? I was looking for a break and a retest here and then a continuation, or I was waiting for some type of retest here and then a continuation. So when the market came up to this level and it started to create those candles on the daily time frame, I went ahead and entered, and as you can see, and then I have my stop loss here, and then as you can see, it hit my stop loss. So I did take an L on that trade. But again, if this decides to shoot up, I'm going to close out, break even. I'm okay with that because overall, I had a really, really, really great trade. I think this was around, if I'm not mistaken, taking profit was around, yeah, like 500 pips. So I had a really great catch on this trade. So if we can continue to shoot down from here, that would be super amazing. Like if we come back down below this level, then I'll be looking to enter in again, probably put my stop loss here again. But for now, I'm just waiting on my hands, just letting it see what it wants to do. If it wants to shoot up, I'm gonna let it shoot up, and then I'll go from there. Are we shooting up and breaking above these levels, or are we shooting up to kind of retest and then continue, right? Because this could just be another lower high in the making, right? Yeah, lower high. So it could just be on some shit like this. Feel me? So we have to see. I have to wait on my hands. Now, EJ, I took a L on EJ. I did. I actually closed my trade super early because my original trade, my stop loss was somewhere above this level right here. So once I seen that we started to push up towards it, I'm like, you know what? Let me just close the trade. At one point, we was in a little bit of profit, and I thought that we was going to continue to go lower, but we didn't. So a potential trade that I'm looking at is to see exactly how it reacts around this zone, right? If it even push ups to here, what is it going to do around this level, right? Are we going to push up, retest, and then continue up higher? I don't know. So I would have to really wait on my hands. Why is this doing this? No. Oh, okay. The fuck. But yeah, I would have to wait on my hands to see. But again, kind of like UJ, maybe this could literally be a lower high in the making, before the market continues to go down. So if that's the case, I'm gonna wait to see how the daily and how the weekly look. If I take a look at the weekly, it's still bearish in my. I feel like it still has some room to go. Every single trade that I take is from a fundamental standpoint, and I just match the technicals with the fundamentals. So this is why I'm saying, like, I feel like EJ is gonna go down at some point, right? So it would be nice if we can just respect this level and I can enter again and then just hold, right? So this is what I'm looking at for EJ, like to see if it wants to respect this level and continue down, or to see if it wants to push up back into the zone and then maybe continue down. But fundamentally, I am super bearish on EJ. And if you don't know why, you should be watching my channel because I talk about it. Okay. And when it comes to CJ, I'm staying the fuck away. And when it comes to EU, man, EU just been breaking my heart. Like, I don't have much to say about EU, right? EU is my favorite currency pair to trade. Me and EU have so much history together. I love it. But when EU consolidates, she consolidates and consolidates and like we've been in consolidation since June of last year. Look at June. We still in the same range, baby. Like, when we gonna move? But again, I'm not really tripping. I'm not gonna force anything. She gonna move when she wanna move, and when she move, I'm gonna be ready to move with her. You feel me? So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for the markets. Again, join the free fucking Telegram because I'm calling out every single trade that I place, and I'm gonna make a lot of people so much money if you tap in now. Get with the program ahora, por favor. Okay. Está bien. Let's make this dinero. But yeah, so this is what I'm looking at for the markets. And again, if you want to know if you want to know a little bit more in detail why I am buying gold and silver and just a little bit more context of what I was talking about with Iran, make sure you watch this video right here, Trump 10-day ultimatum to Iran. This will literally keep you up to date. Also, this inflation video is really well too. Only 3 people watched it, but that's cool. These are the reasons why these markets are moving like the way they're moving. So make sure you tap into these videos so that you can understand. You feel me? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, join the free Telegram before you have to pay for it. All right. So I see you guys in the next video, and I trust you having a great trading year so far. Peace.